Louise.
I need a refill soon. So there's a trend on YouTube that you want to do to prank your coworkers,
Yeah,
right?
so I've seen a lot of videos where it's security guards. It shows them talking to somebody, but there's nobody there. But they're talking to somebody. They're either giving them directions or they're helping them out, whatever. And they get a radio call from their coworker saying like, "Hey, who are you talking to? What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm talking to Mrs. So and So," or "Oh, I'm helping this guest out." And they tell them like, "There's nobody there. Like you're not talking to anybody," and then they freak out and they run. But it's them standing in the security office and their coworkers like showing them like, "See, like there was nobody there. Like who are you talking to?" A lot of people say it's fake videos, that it's people being bored, just having fun. But I think it would actually be fun to do that at work. Just be on camera, talking to absolutely nobody, opening the door, and then have them be like, "Who are you talking to?" Like, "I'm talking to this person," but like nobody's there.
One of your new trainees, you have them sit and be like, "Hey, could you sit in the office and watch these cameras for me for about 10 minutes? I have a meeting."
Yeah,
And they're like, "Meeting with who?"
yeah, I think that would.
Don't worry about it. And then you just walk out, and then they look on. Next thing they're on the camera, you're just talking,
Yeah.
like moving your hands a lot,
Well,
talking to nobody.
I've thought about doing that or messing with somebody, because we had one employee where uh she kind of got like a little bit annoying, where it's like you tell her to do one thing and she'd either take her time doing it or she'd forget. So I wanted to do one where I would radio her and say, "Hey, like we're not allowed to have people in the vehicles with us. Like we don't transport employees or we don't give people rides." And then look at her reaction of like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, we just saw that person get into the vehicle with you. Like we're not allowed to do it." And then see her reaction. But my boss said no, because apparently that's a fireable offense if she complains. So
Oh, you could
yeah,
always test it out. If you're ready to leave the job finally, then you'd be like, okay, we're just gonna go out with
that'd
a
be
bang.
like my last hurrah of messing with somebody, saying that there's a phantom person in their vehicle. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
I've heard a lot of stories. I think it's social media. A lot of it's like people trying to go out with a bang at their jobs. That's become kind of a trend now.
Yeah, I mean,
And they'll film it, they'll put it on TikTok or something.
I've seen the ones where the a guy will hire like uh you know a band to show up, and then he'll sing his way out, or he'll stand there and then have like
Not what I was
a
expecting.
quartet do it, or those are like
Quartet.
you have your nice ways of leaving, and then you have the people who will literally trash everything in the workplace, tell everybody to f off. They wanted to be memorable.
Like the Office Space.
Yeah,
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
yeah, but I think
Real gangster bleep bleeps do their bleep bleep.
yeah, but I think for me it's one of those where if I were to do that, it would be submitted to my company's HR, and then if I try to get another job, they're like, "Oh, why did you leave your other job?" "Oh, for this reason." And then when they reach out, it's like, "Hey, why is this person no longer working for your company?" And they're like, "Oh, well, they did this," and then it just looks bad.
That's why you just go get a job in a friend's company. So there's no interview process. They
True,
just bring you on.
true.
I don't care about your dodgy HR
Oh,
background.
so you burned the place down? Who cares?
At least you didn't grab anybody that we know of.
Well, yeah, they haven't come forward yet, so that's probably a good thing.
Done, hired.
I
There's no paper
think it
trail. You're
depends
good.
on where you grab them.
Like in the coffee room, in the break room, or are you talking about something else? There's different ways to interpret that.
You grab the
I grabbed them in the
butt
wrong place, okay? I grabbed them in the coffee
in the
room.
coffee
And I was supposed to grab them in an open
while holding
space,
a latte, like, it becomes clue on how you got fired.
holding the latte. New title.
Yeah, hold.
Hold my latte.
It's the white version of well, no, I guess it's the. I want to say it's like the white
It,
version of hold my beer, but
that is a
it's
white thing.
it's the female version of hold my beer, hold my latte. So
Speaking of which,
yeah,
round 18.
I'm running out of coffee at this point.
My flavor.
Drinking my house dry
I want
coffee.
my 11 to intensity. Actually, nay, I want a 12. Let's up it. Let's keep raising this freaking ladder until we get through the roof.
That's called an 11 plus a shot of whiskey. Oh,
11 plus a shot of whiskey equals a good time.
for reals. Facts.
And this is called screw it, scuro. And do you really only have one left? I don't want to use all of your pods here.
No, I'm pretty sure I have more down there.
He has a pretty good selection. You can't see it on camera, but a very good selection of beverages back here. We're at his domicile.
I have a good selection of teas, liquid IVs, alcohol, you name it.
So you have the morning, middle day,
Night.
evening done.
Sometimes it goes backwards. Sometimes it goes alcohol, tea, and then coffee.
Well, all the studies say you want to drink earlier in the day. Gives you more time to process it. And then you drink your liquid IVs in the afternoon to come down, and then you'll be sleeping great at night.
Yeah. Also, liquid IV is a good way of dealing with hangovers. So you start in the morning with alcohol,
Real
then
time.
you have your liquid IV, and then to get rid of the headache, you have your coffee.
It's good for
It works.
prevention and for recovery.
That is true.
It's dual purpose, which we love. We love dual purpose.
Yes, we do. Dual anything is perfect.
Dual income, awesome.
Dual income, yes. Yes.
Because we're millennials.
If you're a dual income household, you're doing great in life. If you're not, you just need to leave. But if you have a pet, make sure your pet has a fucking job because they cost a lot of money. My dog's giving me a look of like, fuck you, dude, but you know what? I don't care.
Well, your dog will never reproduce. So there's that,
That is true.
which actually could make you money.
Actually, no, you lose money.
You lose money from your dog banging.
If you breed your dogs and you have the male dog, you actually lose money because a lot of times you have to pay for the doctor's appointments for the female dog and all this other crap. If you have the female, you don't have to worry about shit.
So you're saying breeding dogs is sort of like the industry, or the woman makes all the money, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Never thought we'd tie dog breeding in with that. That's probably not a great connection, but
No, I know.
financially it makes sense.
Yeah, but you know, things happen apparently.
So is the title going to be Dog? That's the Rumble title?
Doggy do it? What?
Doggy do it. Oh, he's going to come here and mess things up.
Yeah, my dog has this issue with when
Authority.
people come over, he thinks that they want to play or it's okay to jump on their lap and interrupt making videos or watching movies. So
We're trying to drop a hot cast here, and you're trying to drop a hot turd. We have a lot in common.
yeah, I just want to do something fun at work. Either
Did you get that on camera?
yeah, that's the dog. He's annoying. We tolerate him. So
You're a little blurred out there, homie.
yeah,
I guess it doesn't like dog faces.
it does not. Yeah, see, he's
You're
already
protecting
bored.
his identity. He's wanted in 37 states,
In 9 countries.
Wales specifically.
Yeah. He ran away from there.
He fled during the Troubles.
Yeah.
All right, sir. That was fun. Back to the ground.
Go.
Go. He's like, I don't like that word,
It sounds too much like no.
right? Some people just don't like to hear no. He's like a spouse.
Yeah, women don't like to hear no. Bosses don't like to hear no.
No, will you come
Cops
in?
don't like to hear no. Yeah, I think that's the main 3.
In-laws who are cops?
Yeah. So that's 3.5.
I think we've mentioned that on the show before.
Yeah, my
situation.
father-in-law is a former deputy sheriff and Marine, so
No pressure.
get the best of both worlds there.
That's a great way to spin it.
Yeah.
I've got the full gamut of public service.
So it gets to the point where there's expectations on, now I won't say perfection, but at least being an actual man. I
Wow,
mean,
that's pretty deep.
yeah,
And out, I don't know, it's just funny.
yeah,
That took a deep turn that I
yeah,
didn't expect.
yeah. You're not a man unless you have a job and you can provide for either yourself or your
I mean,
spouse.
I don't think that's asking too much.
In this society, it's a lot to ask because the younger generations don't want to work.
Right, right. But I mean, yeah, but I don't disagree with that definition,
No,
you
no.
know.
If you disagree with that definition, then you're not a man. You're I don't even want to know what you would be.
And the irony is your spouse is the one working right now.
That is true. She's working. I'm here drinking coffee and doing videos, and
You're working.
it's a great way to spend my time off from the place that I am employed at.
See, once we get monetized after making like 95 videos,
Yeah,
then it'll be worth it.
yeah.
So there you go.
And this is video number 19,487. I'm still winning on money. So
Yeah, you're still in the green.
yeah.
Because I mean, what else would you be doing right now? Like what's the trade-off?
Well, let's see. Judging by what time it is, I would be doing absolutely nothing.
There you go.
So I would probably either be watching movies, cleaning my house, cleaning my house while watching movies, or contemplating where I'm at life.
While watching movies while cleaning.
Exactly. It works. That's all I can say. Either way, there's either cleaning or movies going on,
Makes sense.
or watching movies about people who clean.
Made in Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's the only cleaning movie I can think of.
Yeah.
Have there been other specific like
You know what? I don't know if there are. They're probably foreign films.
The English Patient? I mean, she's technically cleaning up his injuries, right?
Yeah.
Not the same thing. No, that was a
Not the
reach.
same. Different intensity for that one.
Oh, Goodwill Hunting. He's a
He
janitor.
is a janitor, but I don't see him doing an awful lot of cleaning.
No, he's too busy with his dumb math equations.
People in math, I swear.
I mean, he's really a terrible janitor when
Yeah.
you think about it. He's not doing his job.
No.
He's going hanging out with his friend Ben at the
He
pub.
either hangs out with his friend
Or
or he's doing math equations that belong to other people. Just sounds like an asshole. I mean, could you imagine me working my job as doing corporate security, but not
no, I
actually,
can't imagine that.
but not doing actual security work, but
Oh,
doing everybody else's job? You know?
sorry, I'm thinking about an office scene right now where he's talking about where they're coming up with fake scenarios, but it ends up all being from movies.
Yeah,
And one of them is Goodwill Hunting.
yeah. I mean, I could do
Anyway,
you
if
know
you know, you know.
any type of thing, a scenario of being a cop or being a firefighter or anything better than what I'm doing now. But
Nah, dude.
if I did my wife's job, it would turn into barbershop, and that would be fun.
Corporate security sounds way more interesting than any of that stuff,
It
if
kind
I'm
of
being
is.
honest.
It has its ups and
No
downs.
offense.
I think it just depends on what company you're contracted through.
I mean, it sounds like it could be exciting if there's fires and death. It's
Fires,
sort of
death,
like
medical emergencies,
it's kind of like being a cop or a firefighter.
trespassers, transients, other random
Trans.
things that happen. You never know.
So the goal at this point, because you've been doing corporate security for how long?
7 years.
So you're just at this point, you're just in it, right? You're just gonna keep moving up,
Yeah, pretty
stay
much.
in
I mean,
that.
I started at the lowest level that I could at my current placement and worked my way up to training supervisor. The next thing would be an account manager somewhere, and then work my way up to the corporate level. Um, but
Nice.
I mean, it varies sometimes. Sometimes I want higher position, more responsibilities, and then sometimes when I realize what my boss has to go through and his bosses have to go through, I'm kind of glad that I'm at my current spot because it's less responsibility and it's guaranteed pay. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
well, because
It's a mix though, because I mean, having more responsibility it can be a headache at times for sure. But then you get more money. You get sound corny, but you get a sense of validation that
True.
I'm the boss. Like I was able to figure this crap out, even though it was hard and whatever.
Yeah, but I'm more that person where like, boots on the ground. Like I like being where the action is. I like doing like hands-on stuff, not sitting behind a desk.
That's fair.
Like my boss's salary. So he's basically on the clock 24/7. Um
Right.
for me, I work my hours, I go home and I don't have to worry about anything else until the next day. Um
It's nice.
but I do try to take on more responsibilities if I can. But yeah, at this current point in time right now, I think I'm good where I'm at, unless my boss says, "Hey, we don't want you here anymore. We want you to do this because it's time for you to move up," or we just don't want you anymore. And then at that point, I think of ways to go out with a bang.
Careful. They're good. This is going to be the tape they review after the incident happens
Hey,
when you leave.
you know what?
He said on a podcast going out with a bang,
I
and
have
now we know what that
I
means.
have five scenarios on how I would leave my current workplace. One, I can't talk about. Two, I can't talk about. Three, I don't want to talk about. Four is probably illegal. And five is just walking out the door and never coming back.
This is going to turn into one of those TikTok reels with the creepy music.
No, it's going to turn into the videos of the TV show Snapped, where, it shows like this happy go lucky photo of me. And, oh, he was a great, happy, normal person. And then it goes to that, that weird filter and it's like, until he wasn't. And then, it's going to be interviews on, how I left and how people were scared and they were worried and
That British announcer.
they thought I was this great, happy go lucky guy and they never knew and then yeah.
He had it all together until he didn't.
Yeah.
Lifestyles of the rich and
Lifestyles of
famous.
the small town ginger. He was a happy go lucky man until he wasn't. Now I'm gonna be sitting at a pub somewhere and then, cops are gonna show up and swarm the place and
So when you leave your job,
yeah.
are you thinking? Let's say that scenario played out, where it's like, okay, we don't want you anymore. Peace, and you're gone. Do you pursue another corporate security job, or are we switching it up at that point?
No, I'd still stay within security, but I would probably go to a different level of security. So I'd probably go to more like sporting events or ones that travel. I probably wouldn't do like personal protection just because you never know who you're going to be assigned to. Celebrities,
Whitney Houston,
corporate guys.
the
I could be
bodyguard.
the bodyguard. I just have to go to the gym and,
Yeah, you got to be yoked if you're going to be a bodyguard for sure. That's
yeah,
required.
I mean, it's not for everybody. I know a couple guys that I work with who used to be bouncers or they used to do personal security and sometimes you get a great person who's, there, they take care of you, they ask you about your day, make sure everything's fine, or you get the guys who they don't even learn your name.
Right.
Your name could be Mike and then they'll call you,
Ginger, protect me, Ginger. Hey, Ginger.
I want to protect them if they don't know my name. I'm sorry.
What do you think? My name is Ginger Rogers or something?
I get that a lot. It's horrible.
That's the episode name, Ginger Rogers.
Ginger Rogers. Yep.
Is that some like old school actress, right?
Yeah.
I should know that. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds like it.
Yep. But because there's a lot of people who don't even know what my actual name is. It's kind of funny.
I
I
would just go by Small Town Ginger.